Take it over, girl.
Awesome. Thank you. All right. And I also hit the record button, so we're good to go. Thank you so much again, Yes, for your patience. This is not my first time running a Zoom, though I should say it is. I am Rebecca Bain. I've been doing this for 5.5 years, and we are just thrilled to have you on this new coach training. This is something that we put together to help you guys understand the basics of kind of what we've done as coaches to build our business. I am not an expert on social media by any means, by any stretch. It's been a tool that's been phenomenal for me because as a mom of 5 kids, when I started this, I had 3. And so I think a lot of you can relate to if you're a mom trying to get out with kids and just interact with people socially is not impossible. But even if we do plan play dates, you know that you're kind of chasing the kids and getting into good conversation with people just sometimes doesn't happen. And so I have literally been able to build the bulk of my business through my Facebook personal page. Now, as you can see, there's a lot of different options for social media and how to connect with people. In a 15-minute time slot, we're not really going to be able to get into depth in that. And that's why I want you guys to take advantage of the amazing online tools we have. Specifically, I love when I'm trying to figure out even Instagram or Twitter, just going on and seeing what other people are doing, following Twitter just to figure out what people are doing, following Instagram to figure out what people are doing, but also going on YouTube and looking at videos on how people are using different platforms to run their business. I don't understand all of these. Twitter is kind of mind-blowing to me. I've tried to use it a few times, but I've talked to many coaches who use Twitter, and that's their main source of business. The key here and the foundation to having success comes down to you finding what fits you, what you feel comfortable with, and using that to your advantage. There is no right way to build your business. I know people who build strictly on Instagram, and I have never really brought in a huge income through Instagram. So keep that in mind. All right, let's see. So understanding the different platforms, Instagram, Facebook fan page, so you have your personal page that you open when you start your Facebook account, and then you have your business page. You'll hear it referred to as a like page or a fan page. You have your Pinterest and Snapchat and Twitter. I know a lot of you probably use Pinterest to find recipes and crafty ideas. That's another one that, hasn't been a huge hit for me personally, but I know a lot of people who love to get on there and share, and they've built a very successful business through that. So again, find your fit. The bottom line, now I built a 6-figure income through my personal page alone. And I'm going to add that little disclaimer that Beachbody, nor myself, nor any coach guarantees any level of success. It's through hard work. It's through consistency. What you are selling when you are on any social media platform, one thing is true for every single platform. What you are selling is not Beachbody. It's not a fitness program. It's not Shakeology. You are selling you. And that's why it's so important to learn to tell your story in such a way that's really where we start to build trust with people. So I really want you guys, as you're listening to this, to think of it not as, I have to go learn all these platforms, but more of learning to be more comfortable with sharing who you are and your story. All right, so if being in contact with people out in the real world, being face-to-face with people is so vital to human interaction, then why is social media so useful for growing a business? Well, there are more than 1 billion people on Facebook alone. So even if you hate social media, there are times when I don't really feel like going to a party, but I go, and once you get there, it's kind of okay. So even if you hate social media, it's so important to be there because that's where the people are, right? You have the ability to interact with people, to share who you are in ways that perhaps if you're just at a party and connecting with someone, you don't get to take it to that level. So, you meet them out in public, you get them on social media, and this is a way where you really get to share who you are and let people kind of people watch. That's what people love, to people watch, and they do it on social media. And even if they aren't making conversation or interacting with you, I guarantee you they're watching you. You get to share your life, teaching others, entertaining. When you start to create posts and share your life on social media, the goal is to provide some sort of value, even if that's making them laugh, which tends to be where I kind of go. I kind of have this hashtag my poop stain life, which happens when you have toddlers. I'm sure many of you know about that. But it's not just about us, right? It's about others. It's about getting to know other people. And so we're on there to listen as well. I can go to any of your pages and learn about you. I can find out where you went to school and the things you like and how many kids you have and where do you like to vacation. So this is a tool that we can really take and use to our advantage to get to know other people. It's pretty cool. All right, so yeah, again, it's really not about us. We have to be interesting, but we have to be interested more than interesting. So it's important to get content out there and let people build that trust with us and get to know us. But it's so much more important to take the time, just as if you're in a personal conversation, to just kind of shut our mouth and listen to what's going on. In social media, you can listen. You can listen to what people are saying on social media and get to know them and provide valuable resources to help them wherever they are in their lives. I want you guys to think about friending the people that you meet when you're at a party, when maybe you're volunteering at school. Volunteering at school, just real quick, this is one of the things that's really tough for me just because I have little ones at home. It's something that I don't always want to do and kind of moan and groan about, but every single time that I have taken the time out and just gone for a couple of hours at the school, I always meet at least one person that I build a relationship with them, and then I'm able to bring them into social media and connect with them and build with them, whereas I would have never seen them again, chances are, just by meeting them at the school. So it's so important to get out and connect with people, but this is where we get to take it to the next level. If people are referred to you, make sure you're friending them. Groups, I want you to, the call for this week actually was on connecting with people and building your business through social media groups, through Facebook groups, basically. So I want you to make sure you listen to that call and take some notes because it is really a useful tool. The one thing you have to remember when you're using groups to connect with people, though, is you cannot go in there blasting your business. Just like being on Instagram or Twitter or out in public, we can't start a conversation and be like, oh, okay, well, I have a challenge group going. It's a process of time and commitment and listening before we can take it to that level. I put down in small print on the bottom, I have a friend who actually wrote a book. It's called Make Money with Facebook Groups, Build Relationships, Convert Customers, Create Fame, and her name is Abby Unger. And you can look it up on, if you just want to look up Abby, A-B-B-I-E, Unger, U-N-G-E-R. Amazon has it. It's like a $6 really short book and useful. So check that out because she teaches you how to build those relationships and use groups to your advantage. Keeping a list is so important as you start to connect with these people. This list is going to guide you through these relationships. Again, they're going to take time. So you don't know if the person that you meet today on a group may be your very best coach 2 years from now. I know none of us want to wait that long, but no matter what you're doing, time, it's not always in our control. So what you do today is what matters weeks from now, months from now. When you're on Instagram, I don't care what platform it is, if you're liking people's posts and commenting on posts that you genuinely like, not just liking it because, I mean, if you don't like it, don't engage with it because those aren't the people we're trying to attract, but engage with them. Because what happens is when you start to pay attention to other people, they're going to start paying attention to you. And another little trick is that not Beachbody, Facebook recognizes when people are interacting with each other more. So they'll actually have those people show up in your news feed more. So if I'm liking, you know, Tracy's post, then Facebook says, oh, Tracy and Rebecca like each other. Let's show them more of each other's content. On that same note, how many of you are following coaches who you deem to be successful? And when I say following, not just friends, but actually liking the page of, let's say, Melanie Mitro, or me, or Tracy Morrow, or Megan E. Walton, anybody like that who is kind of up in the Beachbody ranks. If you like their page, they will run ads, and they are doing this because you might see ads run by them. They will run ads, and you will see it go through your news feed. But they're not only running those ads for you, because they're selecting people who like my page and their friends. So if it's showing up in your news feed and you like their page, they are also advertising to your people. So my solution to that, and it's not mean, they would not be following your page. It's just you can't like their page. You have to follow their page, because the more interaction you give them, the more they are going to get your people. So your people are going to start seeing how awesome they are, and they're going to follow their page. And we don't want that. We want them to get to know you. More than anything, guys, this is about consistency. What do we post? Well, what I like to tell people is that I want you to come up with 3 to 5 things that that you want people to see in you, what you want them to know about you, what can they get from you when they come to your page. So, maybe it has to do with kids, or, the job, or working out, or that you love to cook, or you love to sew. Whatever it is, incorporate it in so you have variety. Another thing I like to do is make sure I'm going through my own Facebook page and checking to make sure, if I scroll through my wall and look at maybe the last 10 posts, what am I seeing? What are other people seeing when they scroll your wall? Because when someone accepts your friend request, there's a good chance that one of the first things they're going to do is go scroll your wall and see what you're talking about. So what are you talking about? If you don't post very consistently, and every now and then you're just throwing up a workout selfie or some Beachbody sponsored post, it's not going to be interesting. So try to get some variety and add some value. Be positive. It is okay. We all have crappy days. What I like to recommend when you want to post something that is not such on a happy note, try to have a solution to it before you share it. So I know we all have those people in our news feed who are just always drama. It seems like something's always going wrong. I don't want you to be the person who's always like that, but when you do have those moments, and you should share them, have something that teaches a lesson, or the lesson you learned, or something that you got out of it, so that it's truly adding value to the people who are following you. Just a little helpful thing. Be thoughtful. I put posts up sometimes that are just very plain and not basic, and that's okay. But try your best. If you're going to be if you're going to share a post that's kind of a motivational quote, or even a workout post, talk about why you did that move, or mention how your form wasn't that great and you noticed after you took the picture. Say something about it that's going to add value and teach the people who are following you. All right, so real quick before we start to close up here, I know, doesn't this go fast? I want to share with you guys, because literally, I want you to find what works for you. And I want you to learn that platform very well. Do not spread yourself thin. Maybe add a second one after you get the first one figured out, but don't spread yourself thin trying to post on everything. But one of the biggest questions I get is your personal page versus your business page. There really should be no difference in how you post on your personal page versus your business page. Because no matter what, again, the main thing I want you guys to take away from this tonight, you are sharing you. You are not sharing Beachbody. You are not sharing Shakeology. The only way people are going to buy from you and not Rebecca Bain and not Tracy Morrow and not Lindsay Matway is because they like you. They connect to you. There is something special about you. And the only way they're going to know anything special about you is that you're sharing your life and who you are on social media. And don't you tell me there's nothing special about you, because I know that's not true. So just a few things about like pages that I think is noteworthy and worth opening one, even if you want to use your personal page still a little bit more, you're not ready to let go. Your like page has unlimited growth potential, whereas you are limited to the number of friends you have. Most of you probably aren't anywhere near maxing out, but I think it's 5,000. You have the ability to run targeted ads on your Facebook page so you can reach a lot more people. It gives you the ability to add more people to your funnel. That's another thing you want to start looking up and learning how to do as you get further in the business. I don't want you guys to freak out by that if you're a new coach, because right now you have plenty of warm market on your personal page, okay? This is just something I want you to keep in mind. You're free to share more sales type posts, whereas really we're not supposed to be selling things and putting links and ads and stuff on our personal page. You can actually get shut down for that. And posts from your like page can be found on a Google search. So let's say you post a picture of your kids drinking Shakeology because it helps with digestive health. Somebody could do a Google search and that could actually come up. So that's kind of cool. And then Instagram, and this is the last one I'm going to talk about because Twitter's not my thing. You know, aside from knowing that you get what 130, 160 characters and making short, impactful posts, you know, Instagram is my second choice after Facebook. Again, you have to find your fit. But here's a few tips for Instagram. We're going to search by hashtags. So if you guys are making posts and making hashtags, sometimes you guys do like a long hashtag that nobody's ever used before, and I don't know how useful that is, except for sometimes funny. But look for popular hashtags, and you can even do a Google search for popular hashtags and start using those and searching those. And then you're going to like and comment on people who may have similar interests. I wouldn't necessarily do a search for Shakeology, because what are you going to get if you look for a Shakeology hashtag? You're probably going to find a bunch of coaches. You can actually send messages through Instagram, so that's kind of cool. They call them DMs on Instagram, so direct message. If someone follows your page, I always go, we probably all do this. When someone follows me, I always go to their page first and see what kind of stuff they have, if I want to follow them back. And then you can actually send them a message. Make sure they're not a coach first, but send them a message and say, hey, you know, thanks for the follow. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help you, and just kind of customize it and personalize it a little bit. And then again, this is what we have to make sure we're putting these people on our list. When you find somebody on Instagram who's following you and paying attention to you, reciprocate that. Get them on your list and make sure you're taking the time to follow up with them and connect with them. All right, so that was a fast fly through of some social media tips. More than anything though, guys, you have to be posting on social media. The founding coaches who built this business did not have social media. I get it, and they built something amazing. So it can be done. You can get out there and meet a lot of people and start building your business, but we have such an amazing tool. The foundation to having success in growing your business, I don't care what platform you're on, it's about sharing your story and being authentically you. So that's what you guys need to start working on. If you don't have your story, if you don't know your story, start putting them on paper, start talking to your coach and sharing that with them, because that's truly, people don't care about the products they sell. They just want to work with you. You aren't the icing on the cake. You are the cake. All right, guys, thanks so much for joining. I'm going to take us off record now and open it up so that we can answer some questions.